just want to take these electrodes and place them on your temples like so.
Yo, this movie is so much fun. I love the fact that we do this body swap thing. It's part sci-fi, part horror, but all funny. Now, first of all, tell me about who you initially start the film as, and who was the most fun for you to play. We'll start here.
I start the film as Nikki. Nikki honestly was very fun to play because she's so different from me, and she's such it's a real social media archetype, and I think the nails and the hair and there was something really different for me in playing her, but honestly the emotional arc really lives in Shelby, and so I think that was a beautiful kind of place to then actually really
sorry about that.
No.
Tell us about Maya and who was the most fun for you to play.
I think Brooke was really fun just because
I keep hearing Brooke.
Her internal
and Dennis.
energy is so and so it's like at 4 a.m. shoots, you want that energy up, and it was. Yeah, after I would be wired after playing Brooke.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I would say 4 was because of where he was in the emotional journey, where I grabbed him at, but that sounded weird. Where I played him in the sequence, because at that point the character has to shift into another kind of person.
Sure. And tell us a little bit about Ruben, though.
Ruben's wild boy, and also just being because we're Australian, so playing the American. Kind of okay, what's this kind of American guy like from this kind of wealthier background and different kind of place in his life? But he's I always say he's the sunshine of the group. He's the one that's if anyone's having a bad day, they're like, we got to go hang out with Ruben and go to Ruben's house for a bit. So,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Sunshine is such an endearing.
So sweet.
Yeah. No.
Sunshine.
Now tell us about Dennis, because I feel like that was everybody else's favorite person to play. From the males. But tell us a little bit about Dennis and who was your favorite to play.
Yeah, Dennis has a loud personality. I could see why it would be a fun character to play. He's brash and a bit obnoxious, and I say that wholeheartedly now, being on the other end of playing him. But I had such a fun time playing him. You know, I'll take a spin on your question.
Sure.
I wanted to play Cyrus more often. Because I found myself accidentally impersonating James while we were on set.
Really?
Yeah, because he's such a good character.
He's a character.
He's such a character, and I don't know, I just found myself picking up weird mannerisms hanging out with him.
Yeah.
So I wanted more of that. So yeah.
I want to kind of bounce on that for a second, because picking up weird mannerisms, correct me if I'm wrong, but did you guys record each other as your initial roles and then watch them back? And when you did that, which mannerisms did you pick up on from your fellow cast members?
I mean, we filmed the first switch, which was our first real freak out then. I think which is terrifying, because I think Brittany still has that video in her phone, and I was like, you need to delete that.
It's on Instagram now.
Yeah, she's like, never. That was very confronting, but I feel what really, I think, helped us was actually in our rehearsal period, the first read-through, we actually did completely as our base, first character, and then the second read-through, we did it then as the multiple characters we were switching, but it allowed us, because of that first time, to already take some of those characteristics and cadences and mannerisms from the first read-through, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I was actually just going to ask about that.
Yeah.
But I do want to ask about Greg, because I felt with this film in particular, he took such a unique approach to filmmaking. What did you learn about his approach to filmmaking through making this movie?
Unique. Amazing.
So meticulous, yeah. He just had everything sort of thought through very carefully. He knew what he wanted in the edit, and he saw this thing through from writing it, directing it, editing it, and doing the VFX for it. The dude is brilliant. And I remember going in, did you guys do ADR with him, when he was editing?
Yeah.
I saw him 6 months into the edit and come into his apartment, and he was kind of crazed, and he looked as if he hadn't left the apartment in a while. I mean, he was dedicated.
He did such a great job of the visual language of not making it confusing, and I think that's brilliant that he wrote, directed, edited everything, because it helps the audience kind of follow along, which did such a fantastic job.
He's also so joyful.
Yeah.
And he leads with joy, and that's really nice when you come to set and someone has that
enthusiastic.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, he taught me a lot as an actor in that moment, and I think I met him in that point of my life that I needed to meet him, because it was he taught me that what we're doing, it's playing. It's still playing. And he's got a childlike nature that we were saying before, like he's got the monitor in front of him. And to see a director excited by the choices you're making makes you go, oh, I want to go home and do more work. I need to figure out more layers to this character for him. And so he makes you want to do the performances for him. And so it's kind of a special kind of person and director.
It's incredible, incredible. Well, look, you guys did such a fantastic job on this film. I cannot wait for people to see it because it is so much fun. Everybody, like, when I thought I knew where it was going, and it just shifts on you. And you're like, dude, this is so cool. But fantastic job, you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You guys are incredible.
Out-of-body experiences are like true objective judgment in the eyes of Buddha.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.